Hello friends! Today I am here to bring you yet another BOXYCHARM unboxing. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I did one of these last month. I'm going to keep doing them for as long as I have Boxy. Who knows, because sometimes I love it and sometimes they really piss me off. So we shall see. But I do have this month's base box and I am signed up for Luxe, so next month's box will be a Luxe box, so one of the little extra special. And if you want to see more of these videos, if you want to see more of me, feel free to subscribe and ring the bell so you see a notification every time I upload a little something. And feel free to like and comment down below and let me know what you guys think. But other than that, I'm just going to shut up and we're going to get into it because I don't want this video to be too long. So the first product I have that would be like a base product is the Wander Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Facial Oil. So this, I mean, if it's like actually like an oil, I'm like deeply intrigued by the choice of packaging. But yeah, so this is supposed to be like a priming oil. This didn't come like in a box or anything. There's no ingredient list on here. So I'll probably look it up on the Sephora website. It does say that it has niacinamide, which is lovely. I do love me some niacinamide. And it just wants me to gently squeeze the tube to release 2 to 3 drops of Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil onto my fingertips and massage into skin until fully absorbed. So I think I will do just that. You do get 25 mils in here, so almost a full fluid ounce. Now this looks, put some on my hand so you guys can see. This looks like the Farsali drops to me, and it feels like the Farsali drops. You know, the unicorn essence? This feels, oh, it feels a lot like that. It actually even smells a little bit like it too, which is funny. I'm gonna go on my phone and compare the ingredients because I'm actually like quite curious. But it feels like just nice and lightweight. It actually doesn't feel very oily. Like, it feels like it's giving some moisture, but it definitely doesn't feel like an oil. It feels like it's like a water and oil mixed almost. Face feels like a little bit tacky. I guess I do look a little bit more glowy. But yeah, I'm actually gonna hop onto my phone really quick. I want to look up the ingredients for this and compare them to the Farsali. So looking at this is $50.40 Canadian, which is like an odd price. You know what I mean? But yeah, $50 feels a little bit expensive, but it actually is less than the Farsali one. So niacinamide is pretty high up on the ingredient list, which is nice. The other product, or the other ingredient that it's bragging about on the packaging is blackcurrant seed oil, which is actually more so towards the bottom. So, The first oil on the list looks like it's castor oil, and then there's a bunch of other stuff, and then some rose, blackcurrant, and a couple other like plant extracts and all that kind of fun stuff. So now I'm just going to look at the Farsali drops really quick. So the Farsali ones are $69 Canadian. Oh, that's too much in my opinion. But I do like how much niacinamide's in this because niacinamide's really, really good for your skin. It's good to balance out your sebum production as well as brightening. Okay, meanwhile, the Farsali has like a lot of glycerin, a lot of different fruit extracts, and a couple citrus oils down at the bottom. So I can actually see this one also being more hydrating as well, just due to the difference in ingredients. Although they do look and feel very similar, this one will probably provide you with a lot more moisture, where the unicorn essence is more so just like antioxidant focused. So with that rambling, I'm gonna put on my foundation. I grabbed my Fenty Beauty foundation for today, just because I wanted to do something like a little bit more matte since this is a little bit more illuminating. So I'm gonna pop that on and then come back and then do my complexion and come back again. So, okay, we are back from our brief intermission. I have just my foundation on and it is set. It does look a lot more glowy than it normally would on me because Fenty, I'm just wearing the original one, is like fairly matte. And my skin does still have a little tack to it, and this does normally set to a powder finish. So I can definitely tell that the oil is coming through. My forehead's pretty dehydrated and my forehead feels pretty matte, but other than that, the rest of my skin feels quite nice. And I feel like it does look still like really nice and skin-like, and it kind of cuts a little bit of that like intense matte finish from the Fenty. So I'm quite happy with that overall. I'll zoom you guys in so you can take a quick peek. Yeah, so overall I feel like my skin looks decent. We're not talking about my under eyes. Doesn't count. Yeah, overall, I think it looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to finish off the rest of my complexion pretty much, because this is actually like one of the only complexion products that I got in this box, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so most of my complexion is done. I got like my foundation, concealer, bronzer, blush. For a highlight, I did get one of the Hourglass Hourglass Vanish Sticks. I got it in Rose Gold Flash, which I think is going to be a little bit too dark for me, from what I remember, but we shall see. Wah, wah, wah. It's broken. I think it's actually, is it? If I twist it and then, okay. It's not that broken, like it's fine. I'm just, wah, 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 you know? So I'm actually going to take a little bit of this on my finger. Let me put like a little on my Cupid's bow, so if I mess it up there, I can fix it. Yeah, out of the light, it's a little bit dark. I'll put a little bit on the tops of my cheekbones because I brought in a lighter highlight to put on top just in case. It has like a pinky, silvery tinge to it, but it's blending in really, really nice. Yeah, it's got like an interesting tone to it. And if I look straight ahead out of the light, like there's a little bit of like a stripe there, so I know for sure the color isn't like quite right for me. But it looks really, really nice on the skin. Oh my god, did I get like, I got a fuzzy stuck in it. I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other side here. Yeah, I feel like maybe with like a tan or something like that, but even then this is like really cool toned. So I feel like this could still look ashy even on a tan just because of the actual color. But it gives you like a really nice glow. Like I'm not mad, you know? Pop a little bit on the center of my nose too. A little bit down the bridge of my nose. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, so I actually quite like that. I'm gonna top it off with a little bit of powder highlight that's a little bit lighter, just because I don't like having like that cast. So I've just got my Physicians Formula highlighter here, and I just closed my compact and now it's stuck. There we go. And this one's like pretty white, so it should all balance out just fine in the end. Yeah, there's like a little bit of a cast still, but nothing too bad. And I like being very shiny, as you all know, so we're gonna make it very shiny. Beautiful. Okay, and with that, the next thing that I have is an eyeshadow palette. So I have the Beauty Creations Cali Chic palette here. So it's basically a neutral palette, you know. Looks pretty cute. I like that like mustardy color up here. That's a mood. Is that a matte? No, it's a shimmer. Womp womp. Okay, so basically we're creating a warm toned eye today for sure. That is the only choice here. So I'm gonna zoom you guys on in and we will accomplish this task. Hello, we meet again. Okay, so this is the look I wound up creating. Now, to preface this, this palette is not very pigmented. Especially after like doing my whole eye with it. This palette doesn't pack much of a punch and it's very powdery. I'm still going to use it for this tutorial, but I don't see myself reaching for it again. So I'm just going to make sure like I don't have any creases on my eyelid because I put like a little bit of leftover concealer on there. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going into the shade Venice with my MAC, this is my 240 I believe. Yeah, with my MAC 240, which is right here. So it's like just slightly deeper than my skin tone. So this one, again, it's pretty powdery just like the rest of them, but it's like almost flesh tone, so it doesn't matter too much. But I'm just kind of fluffing this all over just to give like a little bit of like a shape out before we go in with the rest of our colors. Yeah, just like that, nothing crazy. And then I'm gonna hop into the next shade, which is Marina with a Morphe M441. And Marina is this guy here. So just like a really, really warm, light medium brown. So this one is like super, super powdery. And I'm just gonna start on my outer corner here and bring that through the crease as well. And this is just gonna act as our transition shade here. Easy peasy. Okay, so the next step here is I'm gonna go in to Sunset and Beach Babe on a Morphe 433 So that is these two deeper tones down here. I just wanted to mix them together so that I could get the depth but also a little bit of warmth, but don't get too excited because it's not going to show up too deep. And again, both of these are quite powdery. So again, we're going to start on the outer corner. So as you can see, we're not getting much here, you know? Like, looking at those two shades in the pan versus how they're translating to my eye is very weak. So I dipped in for a little bit more product here just to try to build it up. Because these powders are like very thin, so they don't really build all that much either. So that's that fluffed through. And then I'm taking Laguna. So Laguna is this really deep, rich, chocolatey brown here. And I'm taking that on a Morphe M506. Again, not as powdery as the rest, but look, like, hello? Where is it? I put a little bit more on my brush. This shade is like almost invisible. It barely does anything. Like, even on this side you can see we didn't really get much depth. So I'm just putting this on the outermost part of the eye here, blending it around. Grabbed a little bit more. I'm like, I just, you know, that does not look like that at all. Like, that does not look like it's that color. It looks crazy. And I'll also show you guys up close the shade Marina. Like, look at how messy that already is. It looks like I've been using it for ages, and I've used it twice. So now I'm actually just going to use my finger for these shimmers because the shimmers are also like a bit of a looser texture. I'm using the shade Tan Lines on the inner half and Boardwalk on the outer half. And like, these look fine, the shimmers on the lid. They don't look bad. But I feel like these aren't enough to make this palette feel like a good palette, you know? Like, say if I had like just outright purchased this from somewhere, I would be returning it 100%. So I'm just bouncing back and forth between the two to blend them together here. So the only other thing that I'm doing on the upper lash line is a little thin line of liner. So I'm actually going to hop down to the bottom and then I'll come back with my lashes on. Oh wait, I forgot. I have to show you the lash primer. The lash primer I have already tried, and I'm also like not a huge fan, but I will still put it on just for you guys. Okay, so to get some pigmentation on the lower lash line, I'm gonna put an eyeliner on first and then blend some of the shadow on over top. So I'm using my MAC Teddy Eye Kohl, and I'm putting this in the waterline and on the lower lash line. That doesn't have to be perfect, and then I'm just going to take a MAC 228 and kind of blend that out a little bit before it sets, before we put the shadow on top. So as you can see, this is where the majority of the depth in this look came from. Sorry, just getting some fallout there. So I'm just going to go in with Sunset and Laguna just to kind of warm it up a little bit. Not like Laguna is gonna show up, but you know, we're gonna try. And then I'm just gonna smoke that over top. Again, lots more fallout there. And then I actually took Sail, whoop, which is this dark shimmery brown here. Ooh, I didn't tap enough off. I'm gonna use my finger and fix that. There we go. So I do not need that much. Let's curl our lashes here. I'll probably edit this out because I'm sure nobody wants to see this. So my lashes are curled, and I have the Blink Black Lash Primer for Jet Black Volume. Now my gripe with this is that I normally wear waterproof mascaras because my lashes are very straight and they fall very, very quickly. Now this primer is so heavy on my lashes that they start falling straight like as soon as it's on. There we go. So I can't even really wait for it to set at all before I put on my mascara, or else my lashes will just be completely straight. So for mascara, I'm using my MAC Extended Play Perm Me Up just to try to help with the curl situation here. Yeah, because they're already falling. Like, my outer corner is already almost completely straight. Oh my gosh, did you guys see me drag that hair across my eye just now? Wow. That, and I honestly find that my mascara looks better without this. I find that this makes my lashes look a little bit clumpy. Yeah, I just don't find this to be the most flattering look. As you can see, my lashes are almost totally straight at this point, and it's just not doing much for me. So, not super satisfied with that either, but I'm gonna throw on my lashes. I'm gonna be wearing the House of Lashes Natalia lashes, my faves, and a little bit of liner, and I will be right back to finish off. Oh, hello friends, we are back. My eyes are done. So the last thing I have here is this Dominique Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Strawberry Lemonade, which sounds deeply appealing. It sounds fun. Oh, yes. This is pretty. I like this. This is a mood. Very, very cool. So I brought in a couple lipsticks because I only had like a vague idea of what the color was going to be. But I'm going to take this lip from Laura Mercier. It's called Bring It. It's their Velour Matte Extreme lipstick. And I'm not going to put this all over my lips. I'm just going to kind of put it in the center because I want like a little extra color there. And then I'm just going to kind of blend it out with my finger. Just so it's like a soft bit of color. I think that's fun. Did I say the color of this? Yes, it's called Bring It. And then I have just like a neutral lip liner here. I have Wifey from Huda, and I'm just gonna kind of define my upper lip. I've seen a couple people do this where it's like, oh god, how did I get that over there? It looks like their whole lip isn't defined, it's like just the center. And I think it looks really pretty, so I wanted to try it out. Okay, now let's do this gloss. How does it smell? Oh my god. Oh, smells so good. Oh my god. It smells like cake. I can't get over how nice that smells. Wow. Yeah, these two go together really well. Oh my god. Like, imagine, like, you know, when you were younger and you had lip smackers and you had, like, a birthday cake one? That's exactly how this smells. I remember when I was in, like, the first grade, there was a girl in my class that would just, like, eat the chapsticks. And they had to ban them for a little bit. Because she literally would just sit there and, like, eat the whole stick. And that was back when having chapstick was, like, a status symbol. This feels really nice too. It doesn't feel sticky at all. It just feels like cushiony and like moisturizing. It feels really good. Oh, yeah, that feels really nice. Okay, so with that, that is all of the things. So I'm gonna pull up the prices and kind of go through the general value of this box here. They didn't actually send me an insert, so I have to kind of pull it up on the website. Oh my gosh, I found it. Okay. That took a minute. No, the only thing is these are American prices, so some of these I am not going to be able to relate into Canadian dollars, but I will do my best. So the first item that they talk about on my insert card is the Hourglass highlighting stick. I'm really disappointed with the color of this. I wish I got one of the lighter ones, especially because like they do know like your skin tone and stuff, so I don't know why I got this one. But this is $42 US. I think these are like in the mid-50s in Canadian dollars. It looks really, really pretty. Would I have bought this with my own money? No. But it's nice. I use these a lot on clients when I worked at Sephora, especially on textured skin and mature skin. These sit really, 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 really nice while giving you a really, really nice luminosity as well. So they're a beautiful product. It's more so just if you want to spend the money. The next thing is this frickin' eyeshadow palette, which is $14.99 US, and I would not pay that for this. I think this is garbage. I'm probably never going to use this ever again. Like, the shimmers that I used were nice, which is fine, but the fact that everything else in here sucks is like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna whip this out for the 3 shimmers in here that I actually like, you know? So overall, I think this was just like a huge miss on their part and this brand's part in terms of like quality. Like, I don't know who was like, you know what's a good idea? This eyeshadow palette. Because it's not like, watch me. So look, I'm gonna, like, what? Hello? Let's do more. That's not that dark. It's just like weird. It's so thin. I don't, ugh. Now it's all over me. It's okay. I've been wiping my hands on my pants this whole time, so it's fine. So I'm super disappointed in this. Not happy. No. What else? The Wonder Beauty face oil. Where is it? Here it is. So, oh, I got it dirty in like the 3 seconds that I've had it out here. So this is $42 US and it was $50.40 Canadian, a very oddly specific price. I think it's nice, especially for what it's comparable to. It seems like they were trying to dupe the Farsali Unicorn Elixir. It's, I think, a little bit more skincare heavy, which is nice. Like, again, a lot of niacinamide in here, which is a really, really nice ingredient for the skin. Again, would I have bought and paid for it? No. Is it nice? Yes. If this sounds like something that you would enjoy, could you purchase it? Totally. I don't think there's anything bad about this. There's no reason that I would tell you not to buy it. I think it just depends on what you think is a reasonable price point for what this is, which is basically just like a really lightweight but very moisturizing primer. Okay, the lash primer, this says this is $26 US, so I thought this was like a trial size, but it must be a full size. Not a vibe. Personally, I feel like if you had lashes that curl really easily or have a natural curl, this would be totally fine. For me, this just drags my lashes down and it's absolutely pointless and useless in that sense. Definitely not a mood, you know? Oh my god, my lash, I can feel it being funky right now. Yeah, so this isn't really for me. I definitely understand where the brand's coming from, making something that's really meant to like thicken and volumize, because tubing mascaras tend to not be very volumizing, and Blink is a company that makes exclusively tubing mascaras. So I feel like for their product lineup this makes sense, however it just doesn't work for me personally. That, and it does have, according to this, some nourishing ingredients as well. So I feel like most lash primers do have those nowadays, so it's not like a huge selling feature. The benefit, their Real Lash Primer is chef's kiss. If you're looking for a lash primer, I love that one, and it's brown. You can wear it alone if you just want like to look like you're wearing brown mascara, or you can use it to prime, and that one I find holds my curl much, much better. And then my last item is this lip gloss from Dominique Cosmetics. This somehow wound up being my favorite thing, even though it's a lip gloss. I don't know. This feels so, so, so nice. I'm so happy with the color, I'm happy with the texture, I'm happy with the smell. Doesn't taste like anything, which is fine. It'll keep me from eating it. So yeah, somehow it turned out to be my favorite product, and that is $17 US, so probably like a low $20 Canadian kind of scenario here. That's my whole box. Wasn't much of a hit this month, because I don't like half of it. So unfortunate for me, but I hope you guys found this informative and helpful. I mean, worst case, I'm probably just going to gift some of these things to friends. Minus that eyeshadow palette, nobody deserves to have that. It's just not nice. So I'm not going to give that to anybody. It's just going to rot. I'm really offended by it, as you guys can tell. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the whole thing. I hope you guys enjoyed. And again, don't forget to subscribe so you can see more videos from me. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you next time. Bye.